Hello, Jennifer Tochi here, and I am trying to do this video for the fifth time. So yes, there will be a lot of drinking done here. But don't worry, Diet Dr. Pepper. When my son goes out to get gas in the car and come back with breakfast for me without me asking him, I'm happy. Okay. But my throat's getting a little sore. I keep messing up and going over on my 80's archives video because I have a lot to say about this movie. Like to hear it? Like to hear about it? Here it goes. Okay. I was dead set on doing a musical this week. And didn't work out. Because I was looking through it and I go, ooh, this would be good. This would be good. This would be good. But I kept looking across my room to my other bookshelf that's like right across from my 80's musicals and seeing a DVD staring back at me with such anger and frustration. Number one, because it hadn't been put back right. Because my son had watched one of the movies on the DVD pack and not put it back. But the other, because it wanted to be reviewed. So it is getting reviewed. Yeah, I was leaning down on my bottom shelf, looking at my musicals, and this was looking down at me with such rage and frustration, saying, "Why aren't you reviewing me?" So there's two movies on this. There is The Incredible Hulk Returns and The Trial of the Incredible Hulk. But I want to do The Incredible Hulk Returns because I like the cast more. I like its corniness. And damn, I just like that it came back after 4 years of being gone from one of my favorite TV shows to a movie. I was 12 and I was so damn excited that night. And so I was, yeah, I need, the Hulk is back, and driving every person in my house nuts, probably. But, yes. Of course, what am I talking? Okay, 1988. Incredible Hulk Returns. Stay on paper, Jennifer. And it was directed by Nicholas Correa and an uncredited Bill Bixby. Yes. And of course, Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno as David Banner and the Hulk are in this movie. Steve Levitt comes in as Dr. Donald Blake. Them nerdy guys. I'm a fan, and that's what he is. Especially if they got a little red in their hair. Whoop whoop. And then we've got Eric Allen Kramer as the mighty Thor. um, David Banner's love interest, Maggie Shaw, is played by Lee Purcell. And I liked that they brought Jack McGee back. That made me happy. Yes. Jack Colvin as his final role in the Hulk as Jack McGee. Joined him in the series. Joined him in this movie. And I love that they brought back that theme. Don't make me angry. Mr. McGee, you wouldn't like me angry. Except these two, Bill Bixby and Jack Colvin, or David Banner and Jack McGee, don't have one scene together. But you get to see them feed off each other. And Jack McGee is just a fun character. I admit to it. Okay. Yes, and in this, David Banner, who's now going under the name David Banyan, is making a transponder at a university lab. I guess a transponder just has... I need to cut my bangs. Okay. Transponder needs a whole bunch of computers, and because this is the 80's, and a ceramic thingy light with a ball on it, and he sits down in a chair one night and he's about to zap himself to get rid of Mr. Hyde, as he tells his girlfriend that he used to turn into. And the Hulk has not made an appearance in his life in 2 years. Is something going to happen? That Mr. Hyde is going to come out? Will it happen the night he is about to try the transponder on himself? Well, of course. Donald Blake, one of his old problem students, who recognizes him as David Banner, comes in and turns off the machine right when it's about to go off. Now that would piss me off right there. And all of a sudden my eyes would turn green and I would beat the heck out of Donald Blake. But nope. He lets Donald Blake tell him about a story that he went on a research trip and found a tomb to the what am I looking at? A tomb of Thor, the tomb of Thor, who's banished from Valhalla because he's such an arrogant warrior. He only can do good now for people. But Thor, when Donald finds him, he is just all bone. But Thor's mighty hammer is there. And all of a sudden, Donald knows how to use this mighty hammer. I'm remembering this from a dirty movie. Thor's mighty hammer. Okay. All he has to do is say Odin as he's holding the hammer. It's a hammer. A big stone here and a piece of wood. I'm not doing anything naughty here. He goes, Odin! And Thor comes out of things of what looks like 80's Tron lighting, and out comes Thor out of nowhere. Well, they do that. Donald Blake does that to show David what he can do with this Thor's mighty hammer. He can make Thor appear. Well, Thor thirsty. So Thor says, I need a drink, and starts ripping down parts of the transponder, thinking that there's a drink inside of it. I guess back in Vikings time, people drank a lot. Maybe it's like the Irish. I don't know. Sorry, it's near St. Patrick's Day in Butte, and we go a little overboard here. Yes, and yes, so of course that makes David mad. So the Hulk comes out. Yes. And Thor comes up to him and says, what are you, you ugly green troll? And punches said ugly green troll. And it has no effect on the Hulk. So Thor says, finally, someone I can go up against. Yes. Well, as this is happening, the transponder room is kind of getting broken apart as the Hulk and Thor are fighting and throwing each other out the window. And yes. And at the end of the scene, when they're fighting, you just kind of start giggling because it's Hulk's first appearance and he's got the new wig. Well, it's not funny why he had to have a new wig, but because he had because of his hearing problems, he had bigger hearing aids, so he needed hair that went out more. So he kind of like had his green hair kind of looked like a mullet that got ratted on the sides, And then the appearance of the blue slippers, which I hadn't noticed since the first season of The Incredible Hulk. As he's running down in all his fine greenness. He has his little blue slippers on, which I think is a good idea for Lou because I wouldn't want to be stepping on any nails or screws. Yes, so. And as I was 12 when this movie came out, I yelled to my teacher, it is not logical that the Hulk loses all of David's clothes, but only loses one button off his pants. Because what is the logic in that? Lou has a much more muscular backside than David. This is how I talked when I was 12. Logical and illogical. As you can tell, I was already into Spock. Yes. They also had some great bad guys in this who are trying to steal the transponder, which is Tim Thomerson, which of course is Dollman, and Charles Napier. Yes. But I do like this movie. It's kind of sad it was made because they wanted to make the Mighty Thor TV show. One thing I liked about it that others may not like is in the comic book of Thor, Donald Thor is Donald Blake's alter ego. But I liked the separation of the two. Yeah. Is it because one guy's a total nerd? Maybe, yes. And I like seeing him holding that thing and going, Odin! Looking so darn silly. Now, maybe I can stop. So, Incredible Hulk returns. Yes. And there's also the trial of the Incredible Hulk on this. But I think I'll skip reviewing that. Okay. So, I hope everybody has a good 80's Monday. Or any kind of Monday you want. But, 80's Archives is fun. And remember, nightmares are dreams too. Says Horrific Nightmares JM from Slash Brothers. And I want to thank everybody who supported me last night when I went on a chat for the first time for more than 2 seconds without failing. So, thank you. And goodbye.